Welcome into Sport Talk with Dwat. I'm your host, Dwat, and I've got my good friend Casper back on the show. What's going on, man?
Just pretending I know what I'm doing out here. I don't know how to do this podcast crap. Y'all had a great show without me. I don't even know why you keep inviting me back, really.
It went pretty good with Casey last week.
I
On
thought
this
so.
show, we're going to talk about some of football, some college football playoffs, some of the NFL, some college basketball, some NFL hockey, and we're going to touch base on all that good stuff. Yeah, we'll go ahead and jump on into news of the week. The Giants fire Brian DeBall after 3.5 years. The Giants is a pretty good team, I think, to be a coach of. Just got to get the right players together. He just didn't win enough. He was there for, he had his time. I feel like he had his time to win. And in the NFL, they kind of get rid of you after a couple of years. So for him to be there 3.5 years and just didn't get the job done, no. So that's we'll be curious what that opens up with other openings there. I'm be curious what coach, if they want to go for a college coach or they want to get a pro coach.
I mean, they're probably going to go for Lane Kiffin based off everything I've said. Every freaking job that's open right now is Lane Kiffin's taking. I don't know if you've noticed that, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Do you think that was long enough? I mean, what do you think about the Giants? What do you think about them right about now?
Yeah, I mean that's a unique team. I feel like that they were good a couple of 10 years ago or so, and they haven't been much lately. I think it's a good pro. I mean, it's a good team. They've got good chances to win. They're in an okay division up there, and they got a nice stadium, and I feel like they have the money on to win and get players in. It's not very exciting. I feel like it's up north. It's cold and it's not super like exciting, but I feel like if they get the right coach in there that can do some good things, get these players to buy in, it's a good job. I don't think it's a great job. I feel like you get the right people in there and kind of get that up to
Yeah.
speed.
Well, I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm tired of coaches getting fired. I guess, 3.5 years is what it is, but unfortunately, this is what we're seeing in college now too. You get your 30 minutes and you're done, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that's how it
uh,
was. With the Titans, they fired their coach after a year and a couple of games, so that was quick.
yeah,
I feel like in the league they kind of get rid of them pretty quick because they don't really get that rebuild season
no,
that we don't see anymore in college that we used to see more often.
yeah. There's no rebuilding when you got 17 first-round draft picks in a row. Can I get an amen, Titans fans?
Eventually, you gotta win with these top players you get, and they don't have much patience, and that's
Yeah.
just part of the system, I guess.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, I'd say Kiffin be the favorite if you want to bet on it, but we'll see what happens there, I guess.
It'd be cool to see a coach come from college to go to the pros up there. I think it'd be a good fit. I think he'd be good in the pros. I feel like he'd kind of fit his. He loves to
Dude,
always have something to say, and then kind of fit his vibe. I feel like.
I don't feel like he could coach the adult.
Yeah.
I can't say what I want to say. I don't think so. I think Kiffin would probably be better out of that, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what
Well,
happens.
yeah. Travis Hunter out for the season with his knee injury. Got picked a second overall in the draft, and I hate to see these guys get hurt like that quick. And I don't like it when it's the knees. I feel like in baseball and other sports that we see that these athletes start having knee problems. Can he bounce back
Yeah.
next year?
No, probably not. Unfortunately, I don't know. I didn't see exactly what happened. We were like, I was at work today and I was just driving down the road and I was like, damn, Travis Hunter's out for the year. Shit. I didn't even really know what happened there. But it's one of those where somebody like him is going to play a lot of snaps, potentially playing both ways, getting a lot of money, getting paid to play. And unfortunately, you just kind of expected this, right? Like that's the sad part. I mean, I felt like my expectation was he was going to get hurt. I hoped it wasn't going to be this soon. And hate it for him. It's a lot of money, a lot of cap space. I hope he gets better. And obviously, hate to see guys hurt. So hopefully, he gets to play. We'll see what happens, though. I suppose.
Yeah, that's me. I feel kind of the same way. Because he plays both ways, and that's really cool, and that's something you don't see a lot of. So to see him do it in college at Colorado, and now do it in the pros, and then I just didn't keep up with him a lot, this year in the pros, but he's a good dude. I
Yeah,
feel like he's pretty humble about it, and he's got
for the
good
most part.
potential. I hope he can bounce back. It just does, with the knees, it's always got me thinking, is he going to be as fast or as be able to move around as he was before.
Yeah, we'll see. Usually not, right? That's the unfortunate part. Usually not. So
Right.
I don't know. We'll see.
News wise, I don't have a lot more
Oh,
news
I
wise.
got
Do
a
you?
couple more.
Okay,
Oh
go ahead.
yeah.
Yeah,
One, did you see the coach for the Angels complaining about Vitello? Did you see that?
I did not see that.
Oh yeah, he said that he was insulted that they would hire Vitello because he hasn't rode a bus for 20 years. So, for some of these old time baseball fans, I know you know one or two, they probably have those same thoughts. I didn't even think about that, but it is what it is. So we'll see what happens. See if that is a trend of the future. He compared him to that mayor in New York that just got elected, basically by saying he didn't have the credentials and got the job. So he basically said in America, you don't have to have any kind of actual proven skills to get jobs anymore. I was like, damn, that's pretty tough. But there's that one. Also, did you see LaMelo Ball is apparently throwing his name in to play college basketball because he's been rejected in NBA because he sucks that bad?
I, I did not know.
Well, so he skipped college. So given this NIL stuff, some of these guys like, I have eligibility, I want to come play college, blah 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 blah. So I guess like somehow he has stuck it out there that he wants to potentially go Chapel Hill. But
Oh.
that's awful. I'm not on team for that. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully that's a bunch of crap. I just happened to see that yesterday and I was like, what the heck? But
No, I
we'll
didn't
see what
see it.
happens.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought once you can you just go back like that, or can you go to college like that?
I mean, I don't think so,
I don't
but
think so either.
that's what people talk about on the internet. So I don't know. It's out there. I thought not, but there are. So the reason I bring it up is there has been arguments made that because you're getting paid and all this crap, um, you know, they want to go backwards. But no, I don't think so. It's more sarcasm than anything. By the way, my Tar Heels did beat Kansas after I said they'd lose. So I don't know
They
if you
did.
noticed
That
that,
was
but
they did. It was a pretty good game. The first half wasn't great, but then it was all
yeah,
UNC at the end, and they had a really good atmosphere. And I watched most of that game, and it was I
yeah,
don't know. I feel pretty good about UNC, and then I see that game, I'm like, hey, they might be all
yeah.
right. So they might be pretty good this year.
We'll see. I drove through Chapel Hill Friday night on the way to see my grandma. So right before tip off actually. So funny how that worked out. But you didn't go. At least they got the dub, I guess. That's all I got.
Okay, yeah, I think that's all I have as well. I can't think of anything else. With that being said, we'll go ahead and jump into the college football week number 12. Here we go. So 10 Texas at Georgia. 7:30 start ABC. I'm hoping it's gonna be a good game. I'm hoping it's gonna be down to the wire. The spread is 6.5. As of just checked. So that's pretty accurate. I think Texas is gonna keep it close. So I was wanting to see, Casper, going to be a close game, you think, or is it going to be one of those that Georgia just comes in and takes care of business?
I have really mixed opinions on this game. So I feel like personally, this is Arch's time. Like if he's gonna do it, this is his show that you go to Georgia for a night game between the hedges, best stadium in college football, loudest stadium in college football. At least that's what they say, anyways. I'm not buying it, but they say that. And I don't know. This is Arch's time to shine. Is it too extreme for me to say that if Arch doesn't get it done, Arch better be looking for a new job next year? Because I don't know. Texas is very similar to the other orange team that you have on your hat there. They lose in big moments, right? That's what they've done. So that's kind of what Sark's had them do. So they're right there like Tennessee. They need to win a big game. I'll take Georgia. I don't know. I probably by like 3. Texas will look good in the first half and then just choke. I mean, if we go off the Vandy game when Texas just played Vandy, their last ranked opponent, they killed them. They killed them. They killed them. Barrett and try to choke it away in the fourth quarter, right? So, I don't know. Give me Georgia, but Texas needs this one. If Arch is going to do something, this is his moment. Like, he needs to be singing that Eminem song about mom spaghetti and all that. This is his time.
Yeah, I mean, Texas time. It's time for them to win a big one, and they've lost the last 2 against Texas. So or against Georgia. So
Yeah.
it's can they get loose of the bad luck? And I just feel like they put a lot of pressure on themselves. I feel like when they play Georgia in bigger games to win, can they just go in there and quiet the crowd and keep it close. But Georgia's
No.
really good. I've seen firsthand that
Yeah.
they like these close games. I feel like they like the drama into it, and then they want to pull out a heartbreaker at the end. So that's
Yeah.
what I'm curious about.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be a butt whipping or anything, but I think Georgia will handle them. They'll probably win by somewhere around 10-14 would be my guess, but probably closer than it should be. So we'll see what happens. You get to battle of the coaches. This is another one of these, Saban's children out here battling it out. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoy that part of it. We'll see what happens. I would assume that it'll be a banger. So be sure to tune in.
Yep, I'll be tuning in for that. That's going to be a good night game on ABC. Yeah, it's in the picks here in a little bit, so I'll have to kind of think on what I want to do there because it's going to be a good game. I hope that's close. It might be the game of the night. There's a few good games this weekend, so that's just one of many.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oklahoma at Alabama, 3:30 ABC. So Oklahoma, I'm not sure, how I feel about Oklahoma. They're ranked number 11th. Alabama's fourth. I think Alabama's a really good one-loss team, and it's tough to beat them at home. And it's 3:30 kicks, but it's going to be dark at the end. They're going to be loud. They're going to be rowdy. And it's Oklahoma. Are they for real? They just kind of, they got 2 losses and they're ranked 11th. So we'll get into that here in a little bit. But
Yeah, I mean the Oklahoma team that showed up in Knoxville will not beat Alabama. So, and they beat Tennessee, and I'm not. I understand they beat Tennessee. I'm not arguing with that, but they will not beat Alabama because we were after playing as bad as we did and choking that game away. Like, I mean, they gave us like close to I think we had 400 and something yards. Like, come on now. You give Alabama 400 yards, they're going to finish. They ain't Tennessee. So, I don't know. This is a weird game for me. Obviously, we have to pull for the tide here. I don't know if you know that, but we do have to pull for the tide here if we want to have the outside, less than 1% chance of making it in the show. We do have to have Alabama win here over Oklahoma. And then Oklahoma's got to lose again because they have to have 4 for us. So, and they have a tough schedule. Oklahoma has a tough little schedule coming up here. I don't know if you know that or not, but they have I'm pulling it up right here. I'm pretty sure they have Missouri and not Vandy. I got it right here. They have Missouri and LSU. So I don't know. The 3:30 thing, they they didn't slow them down playing at 4:30 up here, but I don't know. Alabama's probably gonna win. I mean, I don't know if we're picking yet. I'm probably not supposed to pick yet, but I think Alabama is I don't see Oklahoma beating Alabama. Mateer could come in there and do something special, but Alabama is a team that has gotten better ever since that week 1 loss. Alabama reminds me of the time Carolina. I don't know if you remember this back in the day, but Carolina lost their week 1 basketball game to it was one of those California schools, UC Santa Barbara or something like that, and they went on that roll and just natty didn't lose again. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Oklahoma. I think they're going to get beat. So they'll be out with 3 losses. They're getting a lot of praise as of late. They're 7-2, and they're ranked number 11. So that's a tough game, and I just don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna be able to show up and be able to beat Alabama. And I'd be curious, like Alabama, they're gonna be a team to watch here come January. I think they're gonna be a good team, and it's just what it is. And I hate to say that, but they're a good team.
Listen, you build a dynasty, they don't go away. It is what it is.
Yeah, this year they finally got it all together. This year, and they it's built, and they're going to start winning. They're probably going to start winning a lot. All right, number 16, Georgia Tech, 8-1 at Boston College. They're 1-9. I'm a big Tech fan. They're favored by 16.5, 3:30 kick. Here's the thing. I just want to see Tech just go in there and just take care of business. Get up early, which it's just one of those deals where they just need to go in there, take care of their business, play better on defense, and let what happened 2 weeks ago on the road at NC State, let that just kind of be forgotten about, although it didn't get forgotten about with what we'll get into with the playoffs here in a little bit. Just go in there and be smart. Just don't be getting injured. We got a big game next week against Pitt. I'm going to the Pitt game next week with my dad. Got the tickets last night. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a good time. Hopefully it's a 3:30 kick, Dad. That's my plan. But that's going to be a game where it's going to be a little sleepy. I mean, Boston College is 1-9, and they aren't. I ain't heard their name all year. So they may have one or two good players, but they're a mess. And if you go 1-9, their coach might be out the door next. I ain't heard anything out of that, but just it's gonna be just kind of an odd game, be a quiet game. Won't get much TV talk about that one. So I'm looking forward to it though. I'll watch it and just win this one. And let's move on to Pitt. Pitt's gonna be a really good game at home next Saturday. So at this point, you just want to win this one, win big, help the point wise if you can prove to the committee that you deserve it. And I think that's and I hate that it's like that, and it shouldn't be that way, but it's all about scoring a lot of points and winning big.
Yeah, I mean, it's never good to go to take 2 weeks off after a loss. Obviously, our Tennessee Volunteers are in the same boat, but I mean, I thought coming out play Boston College, they suck, right? Just go in there and mash them, like I said, get your wins, get your points. Be sure you get up about 20 by halftime so you can take my boy Haynes King out. I don't need him getting hurt. He needs to be up here next year. So you can go ahead and get him out healthy, keep him healthy for his starts in Knoxville next fall. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I would assume that Tech will win big for sure. I mean, they're a good football team this year.
Yeah, that's about how I feel about it. Just win that one to move on. And I got a good little plan. I'll just go ahead and say it now. So they're going to win this game, and they're going to beat Pitt. Mm-hmm. And then this Georgia game, I'll kind of save some of this intake for a little bit, in a couple of weeks with Dad when he's on here. But so they're going to win Saturday. They're going to beat Pitt, and then they're going to win the conference. Then they're going to get locked into the playoffs with their for winning the conference. So that's my take on that. I think they're going to win. Not about winning out, but see, this year's is kind of unique with Georgia since in the past we've always been 5-5 or whatever, just right at that bowl game lock in. And so this year the game's going to be a lot more relaxed. I feel like we're not as stressed about having to win to get in. Or this year is just for me, and all fans are different, and I'm sure Dad's different than what I'm about to say here. But yes, we want to beat Georgia, and that's going to be a hot topic here in a few weeks. And you don't want to be thinking too much about it, but I hate to say it, but my mind is more on the conference and get locked in the playoffs. I feel like there's a lot more money if you get to the playoffs than winning that one game. It's true because you want to win. I don't like them; they probably don't care for us. But I'm just glad that game is going to finally get a little bit more attention, a little bit more fiery to it. When one team's really bad and the other team wins every single year for years in a row, it's not much of a game. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll kind of save all that for a little bit later. But my take is they're going to win and be playoff bound in a few weeks.
I like it. So the one thing I do have comment wise on the whole ACC championship is, so I was looking at the schedule. It is possible that you have 3 one-loss ACC teams, and I don't know what the tiebreaker is because they don't play each other. SMU, Virginia, and then y'all. I didn't play any of them, did you?
Yeah.
So It's very strange. It's weird how these dadgum things work, and I don't know what the tiebreaker is. Right now, I can look. I have it pulled up right here. ESPN is showing that be Georgia Tech and Virginia. I'm assuming they know what the tiebreaker is, but I really have no idea what it is. And I think it's really wonky that we're at this point where you can have that. So it looks like it is. I have no idea how to tell what this is. It's not overall record. I don't know. Well, I'm trying to look. Points against. Yeah, I don't even know. Maybe it's point differential, but that's you start getting sketchy, you get it out. You better beat Pitt pretty good. So we'll see what happens. But I don't know. That's your task of the week is to look it up, find out what is the tiebreaker. Okay, that's your task of the week. So
all right. New Mexico State at Tennessee. So they're there 3-6, and Vols are 6-3. It's homecoming. It's 4:15 kick. Let's just get into it. Smoky Gray. Do you like it? Do you not like it?
I like it. I love it. Actually, I like them. I know that a lot of people up here in Knoxville are kind of over it, but I like it. What about you?
Yeah, I'm over it. Every year they kind of tweak it a little bit. They added the orange one year to the shoulders. It says Tennessee across the front. Some say that's more of a high school thing. Some people online say that. I don't know. I'm just kind of over it. That's kind of a good way to sum it up when you said that. It's just they're trying it, and I like the black. I like the orange and white, and I'm okay with the all orange when they do that every now and then. But then they sell all the stuff with it, and I saw that online. They had all the store out to buy all your stuff, and I guess yeah. I mean, I like black or the orange. I don't. The gray for me is just not a color that I really enjoy wearing or
Yeah.
seeing a lot of. But I was curious on your take on that. They're favored by 39.5. I believe that is the odds there, which I thought is that's pretty high.
That's high. It's high. It's high. It's high, high. But I mean, that's what we should beat New Mexico State by.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna finish up this.
Yeah.
So up here, everybody wants Summit Blue instead of Smoky Gray. If I see blue on a Tennessee jersey as a Carolina fan, I'm just like, no, get that out of here. I'm sorry, that's dumb. First of all, so let me say this about you people that are over it. You're gonna miss it when it's gone. And if at the rate that y'all are running your mouth, it's gonna be gone next year. So don't come bitching to me. Sorry, I know you don't like that on your show. Don't come complaining to me whenever Adidas is like, no, we're not doing smoky gray. Your fans didn't like it. But and I don't know. We'll see if they do a blue or something. But I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of having alternate jerseys every game, anyways. The one thing I actually don't like is I really don't like when we do this for these games that are irrelevant. So
Yeah.
I know that that's a little bit of a cold take for some people. They want to see Alabama versus Tennessee in the classics, but like, hey, now let's go big or go home, baby. I don't know. I'd be okay. Just keep the dark mode. If we keep the dark
Yeah.
mode, I'm okay with not having any other alternates. I'd like to go, orange helmets every once in a while. I know we don't have a good record in the orange helmets, but we need Coach Hype to say, hey, don't matter what the record is in these weird uniforms. Uniforms don't win football games. Football players win football games. That's what we're here to do. So that's how I feel about it. But at least enjoy this last game of Smoky Gray,
Okay.
all you Tennessee fans out there. That's my comments on that.
I think they're going to win big, but I don't know if they're going to hang 40 on them or not. They could get up 35 plus quick, you would think, or 30-ish maybe by third, fourth quarter. But do they keep their foot down or do they be
They're
nice?
keeping the foot down. Have to. Just because of the rankings, they have to. We need to beat the spread as far as like having a chance in this playoff thing. I know it sounds dumb, but you have to beat the spread. People talk about it when they go in that room. They're not going to tell you, but they're looking at who beat the spread and who didn't. After the loss, 2 weeks off against a high school, I'm sorry, but we need to come out. I need to see 7 for the first number on the scoreboard at the end of this game. I want 10 touchdowns. I really don't want to see a single field goal in this game, and we probably miss it anyway. So just don't kick it, coach. I want a 50 burger, to quote the T50, 50 burger on New Mexico State come Saturday. That's my expectations.
Sounds good to me. All right, Florida at Ole Miss. So Florida's 3-6, must win to get the bowl game. They must win 3 more. 7 Ole Miss is 9-1. ESPN 7 o'clock kick. Ole Miss favored by 14.5. Can Florida show up and pull the upset?
No. Lane's going to be out there teasing them too the entire game, just for the record. Yeah, watch the recruits at this one. This will be interesting because Lane's recruits, he might be like, "Hey, y'all talk to the Florida boys." I don't know, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, give me Ole Miss. I mean, I'm sorry we're not picking, but it's just, I mean, no, Florida's not. No, they're pretend. I mean, I don't know though. Ole Miss has been known to lay an egg every once in a while, right? Like this could be that game for them that they do that. But I mean, I feel like they've got the biggest, whole picture they've had, in my opinion. So, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I think Ole Miss gonna take care of it. He may tease him a little bit early on, and it is unique how all the talk of he might be going to Florida. So I saw somewhere
Yeah,
online, I saw a video of something like it's kind of a unique matchup. So yeah, I mean it'd be cool. What players are hearing, or what players are thinking or hearing that
yeah.
might be going to those schools.
I do think
But
it adds like attitude to the game that like leaves the upset potential. If this game was at Florida, I would, give Florida a chance, but I don't miss. I don't see it.
all right, 24th, South Florida, which they are 7-2 at Navy, which they are also 7-2, comes on at noon on ESPN2. Coach Alex Galosh is doing great. Could he be a coach that would go to the next level to find a coaching job at a big school?
Alex Golish be in the SEC next year. Mark it down wherever you need to. I don't know where he's going to go. It's because we don't know how many jobs are going to be open. there's a world where he could end up at Florida. If Kiffin doesn't go to Florida, I think he's the number 2 pick at Florida. I don't know that Florida thinks that, but I think he should be. But yeah, he'll be in the SEC by the end of this year is my prediction.
Yeah, he's a good coach, and I hope he finds a good home. Upset games. You got any games that you're seeing for an upset?
I have a big one actually, and I
Okay.
was gonna wait till picks of the week, but I guess since we're putting it in here, I'll go ahead and get it. Let me pull the line up here. But the Kentucky Wildcats playing host to the one and only Tennessee Tech Golden Eagles. The 10-0 Tennessee Tech Golden Eagles versus the 0-27 Kentucky Wildcats. Okay. Um, this would not be a good time for Kentucky to not show up. I'm not trying to sound stupid, but this would not be a good time to not show up. And here's the thing. I looked this other day and there's still no line out for this game on DraftKings. Let me look at ESPN while we're talking here, but I think it'd be pretty dope if the Golden Eagles could get the win. Uh, you know, Kentucky, man, they're bad. They're pretty bad. So we'll see what happens. But that game is going to be 1:30 SEC Network plus the 10-0 Golden Eagles. Best logo in college sports rolls into Kentucky Wildcats. 5% prediction on the ESPN matchup predictor. And like I said, there's currently not a line available for this game, but you know, App State 2.0, baby. Golden Eagles all the way. Kroger Field. We coming. We coming. Purple and gold.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you never know. You just never know what's going to happen on any given Saturday. College football Saturday. All right. Well, I don't have an upset game. I don't think. I think we're going to see kind of what we just talked about, and yeah, that's about all I got for that. All right. College football playoff rankings. Tech is at 16th, so they got one loss. They got these teams all jumbled around with two losses and one losses. What's a team that you think is lower than they should be?
Um, Georgia Tech. I don't know how high they should be, but they should be over Miami. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
understand that. Miami's got two. Um, I guess it's just strength of schedule, but I don't know. Carson Beck, I don't know. I mean, there's that one. Also, Texas Tech being over Ole Miss, I really struggle with. I know they got the win over BYU, but I don't understand how they jumped Ole Miss by beating a team that was ranked behind Ole Miss. That doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't. Again, it goes back to strength of schedule. But these rankings in general scare me a little bit this year for reasons like that. I'm like, what are y'all looking at when you're making these? It's unpredictable to me because of that. Notre Dame, 2-loss team is up there, but I don't know, man. It's just I really hate Notre Dame because they're an independent team. I feel like that should count against them. And I look at them as losing to Miami, and I'm like, Miami ain't that good. So uh, they haven't really beat anybody. Like if you go look at their schedule, Notre Dame hasn't beat anybody. Their best win was over USC, who somehow is up here in these rankings. But again, who have they played? Michigan, Illinois. Like what? No, like they got Iowa, coming up, but you got Iowa and Oregon, but like they're going to lose both those. They're going to be out of the picture. So I don't know. There are some teams below this 25 that I think will pop in the top 25, and I think there's going to be a lot of 3-loss teams, and there's going to be at least one 3-loss team is going to make it in the playoffs, and then it's going to be a battle of who's that going to be, whose conference director does the best talking, right? So,
Yeah.
um, how you feel
Yeah,
about it?
yeah. I mean, it's going to get nasty at the end with a lot of drama, and somebody's going to have more losses than these other teams. There's going to be somebody within there with three losses, like you said, and it's going to be.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you win the conference, then you deserve an auto lock. I saw last week kind of thought about last week on the show. I feel like if you win your conference, then I feel like you should be able to be locked in. I feel like you deserve it. But you get these teams with 3 or 4 losses, maybe, then do they deserve it?
I guess, yeah. So the reason that was Greg Sankey, there was one saying that, and that's because he wants 8 SEC teams. And I mean, straight up, he don't think that the ACC teams should even be in it because they're not good enough. That's his argument. And if you look at the rankings right now, they're not good enough, right? Like that's the argument he's making. So um I think it's kind of ignorant. I think if you win Power 4, I guess Power 5, whatever we're calling it now, you should probably be in. I'm glad that they're not giving them the automatic bye anymore.
Yeah.
That's over and gone with. But I mean, I feel like if you win your conference championship game, then you should be locked in because otherwise, why would you even play in it? I mean, if you're an SEC school even and you can go in there and lose, like, what's the point in playing if it doesn't automatically lock you in? So, I hear where he's coming from, but my personal is I want to move this thing to like 16 teams. I don't really know why we don't have 16 anyways. We can add 16 and we wouldn't be adding a weekend. So that's my opinion.
That's a good point to give there. All right, let's jump into some NFL right quick. Got the Texans at the Titans. Titans are 1-8. The Texans are 4-5. That's at 1 o'clock on CBS. Texans are favored by 6.5. All I've got on that is just kind of a game, something to watch on TV.
Feels like time for Titans to get a win.
Yeah.
I think maybe they can get it done this weekend. I feel like it's time. It's time. Probably get out of the probably want to win. That way they can't get the first draft pick 2 years in a row.
You just gotta decide, I guess. If you
Yeah.
win, you might not get that first pick.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
how hard are we tanking, coach? You can't legally tank. So how hard are we tanking? We'll see.
Oh man, the Panthers 5-5 at the Falcons. We'll see if they can bounce back after they got beat in Germany. That's on Fox. Falcons favored by 3.5. So basically, can we see the Falcons come back? They're 3-6, so they've been tanking a little bit. So I'm curious about that game.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Panthers probably put it on them. I don't think the Falcons are going to play well on that travel back from Germany. I just, it's a weird week for them. I really don't like those games over there. I have some opinions about it, but I just think it's unfair as it gets. It's even worse to me than the Thursday Monday situation. So I don't know. I think it's pretty bad that they're playing the week after that. I think that's kind of crap, but it is what it is. So we'll see what happens. Probably be a good game. Panthers Falcons usually a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Most times, even if they both suck. So.
All right, Commanders 3-7 versus the Dolphins 3-7 in Spain. Miami favored by 2.5. Should games be here in the U.S. or are they okay to be over there in Spain?
I don't think so. I mean, I just don't love these EU games. It's fine. If y'all want to go start a league over there, go start a league over there. I don't know. I don't love these. I have the same opinion about NASCAR. It just throws everything off, man. The travel's different. Towns are different. People eating different foods, like possibly getting sick. Like I know that sounds kind of dumb, and they're not going to third world countries, but like, come on, man. I don't know. It's just it's extra stuff, and it does hurt your season overall, and it feels kind of wonky that because not everybody's going right. So like, I don't think. Well, I don't know. Maybe everybody's going close this year. There is a lot more games. But it used to be like 2 games. Then it was 4 games. I don't know how many there is this year, but if not everybody has to go out of the country, then the answer is no. You shouldn't have to go. I think if you're going to do it, everybody should have to go. I do think that. So
I don't like it. It's getting to be more and more common. So I guess the only way I'm okay with it, and I don't love it, but if it's going to be packed and the fans over there seem like it, or fans here travel there to see it, like it was packed last week. There's 72,000 people there, so it was good to see. If it's going to be full, do it like once or twice a year, maybe twice. But I don't love it though.
Yeah, preseason.
There
All-Star game, like
Hey.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I know that All-Star game's a joke, but it is what a Pro Bowl. Excuse me, let me get my terminology right before somebody fries your podcast on the internet. But I mean, I don't know, man. I yes and no, but personally, no. Just stay home.
I agree. All right, college basketball, right quick. Friday night, Georgia Tech at Georgia. I like this game a lot. Each year I watch it, I kind of get into it. It's kind of a little preview of the Georgia Tech Georgia and football here in a couple of weeks. Tech's 3-0, Georgia's 3-0. They ain't played nobody. They've been playing Chat State the last 3 weeks. So I like to see Georgia win, Tech win, but Georgia's won the last since 2022. Tech hadn't won since 2022. So it's been a minute. And it's always super close. It usually comes down to the wire, a little bit of drama at the end with some foul trouble. Usually, it seems like it's at Georgia this year. I like it. It's on the picks. I won't say it now. I like Georgia Tech to get the win by 6.
No, that's cute. Hope so. I hate Georgia, but no, good one. I like it, but no.
Both Tennessee and Tech both won this week. Tennessee won last night against North Florida. They blew them out, 30-something point win. So that was Worked out good. And Tech played some other team on Monday night. They took care of them.
Yeah.
So college basketball is here starting up. I watched a little bit of it in the evening, a little something on TV to watch. I don't get super into it, but
It's
I like
too
the games
early.
that's got a good vibe and good environments is what I
It's
like.
too early. Way too early. They need to wait. Sorry. Nobody wants to hear it. It's too early. They need to cut down their schedules are too long.
Yeah.
If you especially when you to me like playing these like cupcakes, just don't play them. Just cut that part of the season off. Like one cupcake, not four, five, six. No, we're not doing that. Go back just those invitational tournaments that's on ESPN to fill time. Just quit this. I mean, I can't stand it. Like, why is Tennessee playing three scrubs back to back to back? It's stupid. I'm sorry. I'm
That's
done
what I
now.
heard on the radio yesterday from Mike Keith. He's the announcer for
Oh,
Tennessee
really?
Vols Athletics. Um, he said that afternoon he said he would rather just play conference games either
Yeah.
now or later on in January. Just don't play these little games because he doesn't
Yeah.
know like the teams and the names over there, which I get that
Yeah.
side of it. He just he doesn't like it, and I don't like it either.
Well, so at the end of the day, you can lose in college basketball. So like it's okay. Just if everybody does the same thing, it's fine. To play these scrub games is stupid. I have the same thing in college football. We play too many scrub. Tennessee has no business playing in Mexico State Saturday. So like we got to do something about that. I don't know what the answer is. We'll see
One
what it is.
scrub, and that's it. I think.
Yeah, I think one scrub a year, and I think it should be your first game. And
Yeah.
I don't know why you put it in the middle of the season for homecoming or whatever. I'm sorry. I think look, make your homecoming game matter. Who cares if you have a down season, you lose homecoming? Screw it. I don't care. Do better next
Yeah.
year. It's motivation to win, right? So, yeah, I don't love where we're at with all that, but
Yep, I agree with you on that. All right, NBA real quick. You got Saturday at 5 o'clock. Is the Grizz at the Cavs. On Sunday night, you got the Hawks at the Suns. Hockey, you got the Penguins at the Preds. That's on Friday night. And with that being said, we're gonna jump on into some picks. We're tight on time, so we're gonna get on into it. Texas at Georgia. 6.5 is the spread. I'll let you go first. Who you got?
um, Texas to win. No, just kidding. Give me Georgia and the cover. Georgia
I'll
by about
take
10.
Okay, I'll take Texas to keep it close. I don't think they'll win, but they'll lose by a
Think they'll
field goal. So they'll
Okay. All right.
they'll take
Sounds
care of
good.
their.
You got Texas. I like it.
All right. Bucks at the Bills. Buffalo's favored by 5.5. I'll let you go first again. Who you got?
Josh Allen's a choker, but I'm gonna go ahead and give him the win. I know they took the big L to the Dolphins last weekend, but yeah, give me the Buffalo to cover. Probably go out and put it on them.
Okay, I like that pick because I like the Bucks to pull away there, and I think the Bucks are going to win by I'm going to say a touchdown or more.
Sounds good. Good luck.
All right, flex pick. I'll go first on this one. You got the Packers at the Giants. I think it's going to get ugly. Giants just got rid of the coach. So give me the Packers to cover the spread.
All right. I had two, and I was trying to decide between Tennessee Tech over Kentucky or Vols by the spread. I think I'll go Vols by the spread. Give me the Vols by 50.
Yeah.
Vols by 50. It's coming back. So 39.5 is the spread. So I'm going to take Vols big over to Mexico State. We got to make it happen. I believe in you, Coach. Hype. Let's go. Put the points on the board. I want 30 in the first quarter, at least 28 first quarter. That's what I want.
I think they got a good chance to cover it. It's a lot, but they're going to get up and wear them out. I think that's my hope.
Yep.
Real quick, before I run out of time, I got some stickers to pass out at work. I've been seeing them on toolboxes and lunch boxes. It's great to see. You got some buttons as well. It's a good show. We got it all in. And anything else, Casper?
Nope. That's it for me.
All right. With that being said, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye, buddy.